excited. It's my first video thing. I thought it would be cool to decide to make one, and I'm starting a new kind of like chapter in my life. So I just joined, well, enlisted into the National Guard. Yay, go Guard. Actually, the birthday just passed. Happy 377th National Guard. And I just thought that I would share my experiences and why I joined and stuff like that, just to give some info to those who want to join, have joined. I saw a lot of videos on it. I thought it would be cool to do it. My name is Zarin. Yeah, it's like Corinne but with a Z. I think you guys can kind of get that. I decided to join the National Guard was I wanted to do the military for a while. Like ever since high school, we always had the recruiter come to our school. Shout out to Hills West, go Colts. We always had a recruiter come to our school, and I never really talked to them. I was just kind of like took a pamphlet and considered it, asked my parents about it, and they're like, no. So I was like, okay. But thinking about it now, I don't think the Marines would have been a perfect fit for me. So I'm glad I did join the Guard and thought about it. I just moved to Winston from New York like 7 months ago. So I'm here in Winston now. Okay, maybe I should do the Guard because the recruiting office is like 10 minutes away. So I was like, all right, signed up online. I was contacted by a recruiter, and that was the beginning of it. Looked at the website, read it through, watched some videos on it. I did attend UNCG for like a week as an out-of-state student, and then it was like way too expensive, and I was like, no. After that, I needed to do something with myself because I'm not the type to sit around and do nothing, even though that's what I do all day. I sit around and do nothing. I can't stand that. Most of the time I'm here like on Google, just looking up stuff. Like that's my life. After I talked to a recruiter, well, actually before that, back up, got scheduled to meet with her. I was kind of anxious, and like I didn't really know what to expect because they were like people in their uniforms, like oh my god, like I don't know if they were thinking like what is a civilian doing here, but yeah. So after that, I went into the recruiting office. I met my recruiter, and she turned out to be really, really awesome. Like I had a really, really good recruiter. So be really thankful if you get a really good recruiter, because I know a lot of people who don't have good experiences with recruiters. I don't know. Anyways, so I sat down, I talked with her, I filled out an application, basically information about yourself, your name, your birth date, phone number, address, you have any tattoos, blah, blah, blah. She asked me why I wanted to join, I let her know. And really feel like, I kind of like the fact that they give you a lot of benefits, such as tuition assistance, which they just changed. Now you have to be in the service for a year from your, I believe, AIT date, graduation date, and then you can apply for your tuition assistance, and that'll be for your whatever semesters comes after that. I mean, it makes sense. I'm a big service person. I like service. I like to give back. And one thing I always wanted to do was make a difference. If I can make a difference through this, then that's great. I talked to my recruiter, and we talked for a little bit, and then after that, I took a practice ASVAB while I was there. The same day I went to visit her, the first time meeting her, I took the practice ASVAB on her laptop. I took that, and all I know was that my math score was like, So, but I'm really bad at math, so I mean, I kind of expected that. So I knew how to study math. So from there, I scheduled to take the ASVAB maybe like 2 weeks after I met with her. I took my ASVAB. So within that 2 weeks, I honestly just studied math. Like I went on like, I don't even know. It was like a website for 5th graders. And I had to go in there and like relearn math and stuff like that. I'm bad at math. For those of you who are like math whizzes, you probably think I'm like kind of stupid, but I'm bad at math. It runs in the family. Yeah, I took my ASVAB, passed that on the first time. Had an MOS kind of like pinned out for me. I was really supposed to go into something administrative, but that wasn't open for me, so my MOS is 88 November, which is Transportation Management Coordinator. pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It's something I think I would be interested in, especially because I want to go into business. And it transfers into a really, really good civilian career too, which is always a plus. After that, and also like, I mean, just to tell you guys about the process. When you do meet with your recruiter, you get there, you meet with her. I took my ASVAB in Charlotte at the Charlotte MEPS, and I could have took it here in Winston, but I just decided to take it online at the MEPS. That day, I met my recruiter at the Guard Armory, and from there it was two of us. Yeah, it was me and two other guys who took a hour-and-a-half drive over to the Charlotte MEPS, and we took our ASVABs. Okay, and most of us, well, two of us ended up leaving. We passed and everything. So after your recruiter's excited, you're ready to go. Pick your MOS. When I did go to actually pick my MOS, it was actually that the job that I got apparently wasn't really on, I guess it wasn't shown as available. It was just, one of the other sergeants knew someone else, and I just got it. It was kind of like, I don't know, I had my little connections in there, so it was cool. That's how I got the 88 November thing. From there, after you take your ASVAB, you pick your MOS, if you do pick your MOS there at the time. That's when you sign up to go into your like medical and physical stuff at MEPS again. I picked a date to go to MEPS again to do my swear-in and sign on my contract and do my medical clearing and stuff like that. Yeah, and that was like a week after I took my ASVAB. Honestly, it happened really fast. So yeah, because I don't know, I had all my stuff ready, you know, I had all my paperwork, all my documents, everything was pretty much set for me, you know, I didn't have any tattoos or anything, well, I do have piercings, but I didn't really have anything holding me back, so the whole process took really, really short. And so I was really excited about that. I know that MEPS is like dreaded because it's such a long process, which it is. I was excited to go. I'm like, yeah, I get to swear in, I can do this, I get to do that, and it was cool. So went to Charlotte, and we checked in at our hotel. It was pretty nice. We had like a whole separate, did we have separate? No. Well, like we had a floor which had the, like the, I don't know what to call it. Like the guy who signs you in and gets your room key. And then, like, it's like a room, it's like a lounge. So it's like a little lounge, you have, like, TVs in there, you can watch TV, you can play video games. I didn't do that, it was just mostly guys in there playing video games. So you can use a computer if you want. You could have to sign all that stuff out. So I got there to the hotel. It was about an hour-and-a-half drive again. Got my key, and then went to my room. And then that's where I met my roommate. My roommate was really, really cool. Like, we hit it off kind of. She was going into the Navy, so that was cool. We talked for a little bit, you know, watched some TV. And when you do get to your hotel, I got to leave. I did leave to walk around Charlotte because I've never been to Charlotte before. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go walk around, get lost, find my way back. I don't know. That was fun to me. So me, myself, and I went and walked around Charlotte, and it was about probably about like 7. It's really, really nice. I was around Charlotte for a little while, and then I get back to the hotel. I got back, we had a briefing at 8 p.m. So we go into the room at the lounge, we get a briefing. He basically tells us the rules and regulations, what we kind of can't do during our stay. You can't have anybody else in your room but your roommate. You can leave the hotel, but you have to be back by 11 because that's basically when lockdown is, 11 o'clock. That's it. We went down, we ate dinner, we get a ticket for breakfast and dinner. We went down to eat dinner in the hotel. It was pretty nice. We got a 3-course meal. Hey. We got a 3-course meal. I what did I get? Oh, I got chicken parmesan. I got chicken parmesan. It was decent. Chicken parmesan, minestrone soup. I don't even know. It was something I never had before. All I know was like onions, and it was brown, and I was hungry, so it tastes good. And then after that, we had cheesecake for dessert, and yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, after we eat dinner, I went back up to my room. We just chilled there, got ready for the next day. Wake up call was at 4 a.m. So people get used to that. I went to bed at like 12, something like that. I don't know. I was supposed to go to bed early. I didn't. Lord help me. Anyways, yeah, so I went to bed at 12. I woke up at 4. Somehow, I don't know what, I don't even know, like, we were late to breakfast. And, like, we got there and I had to rush. Like, I didn't even get no eggs or pancake, whatever. I didn't get that. I just asked me a bowl of fruit. That fruit was good, though. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. I had me a bowl of fruit. I didn't even have time to eat yogurt. Like, I just took one spoonful of yogurt and, like, okay, get on the bus. So I'm like, yeah. You get on your bus, or, well, we took a van, you get on your van, and then we went over to MEPS, okay? We got to MEPS at 6 a.m. And then after you get off your little van thing, you get in line, and then you get sectioned off by your branch. So you're going to the Navy, the Army, National Guard. No, actually, I think the National Guard was separate from the Army. So you have your Navy, your Marines, your National Guard, and your Army active and reserve. So after that, you go and you get into the lobby of MEPS. You go through security, get yourself checked out, do little things, put your bags in there, make sure you bring no contraband, no weapons, no none of that. Okay, you don't go to MEPS and try to shoot nobody up. We had like a briefing, went over like this little PowerPoint thing. Just know basically what our day was gonna be like, what we can and couldn't do. And yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the start of the day. And then one thing I'll tell you, because I wore flats to this thing, because my recruiter told me dress casual, but dress basically presentable. So I wore a gold sweater, and I wore a gold sweater. Did I wear jeans? I don't know. But I wore flats. I didn't bring socks, and I had to go to my office and ask for socks. I was like, oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble. It was fine though. Anyways, so after that, there wasn't a lot of us. We go and we start our medical portion of it. Once we go and start our medical portion, first I went to hearing. I passed that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard everything. I mean, there probably could have been some that I missed, but they had some really low frequencies. I have pretty good hearing. Anyways, yeah. So after that was over, I went and I did my vision. And my vision was excellent. And then after that, you basically go sit in a room. And just as like a little note, you know, if you are planning to join, you haven't joined yet, make sure you do wear ear protection, especially if you're from the South. Because I know like guns are a big thing. Because there was one person who, I guess, I don't know if they just didn't pass or just have a really low score with the hearing, but let's just say it turned out not the best for him, at least with the hearing part, because he had hearing loss in his left ear. I don't know if he was clear that day. I don't remember his face and if I saw him throughout the day. And I think it was because he shot guns without ear protection. So make sure you do use protection, especially if you're planning to join the military, because little stuff can get you, you know, can really make you not get cleared. So protect yourself. Anyways, so now we're in the room. We're just sitting down in the classroom. All the females were like in a row. It was only like 5, 6 of us females, and then all the other people were guys. It had to be like 15 guys, maybe, I don't know. We got paperwork and we went through like a slideshow, and the slideshow took you through the paperwork, which you had to check off. One thing they did emphasize, and also your recruiter's going to tell you this probably, was not to lie. So if you do have some type of, like, if you have a serious injury, like, don't lie about it. Because honestly, because you could be potentially just killing yourself. And when you're in the Army or any type of branch of military, it's not just about you, okay? You don't just have your own back, you have somebody else's too. Make sure you're honest, because that can screw somebody else up. I would hope that whoever my battle buddy is, or, you know, if I'm deployed, whoever my battle is, I'm just hoping they're in tip-top shape and they ain't lying their meds, because if something happened and then they have a random heart attack or something because they lied on their meds papers, and then I get shot in the shoulder, like, what's up with that? That's messed up. So you want to make sure that everybody's squared away. And yeah, I didn't really lie about anything. I didn't lie about anything at all, because I'm just like, well, you can't see my muscles, but I'm like, I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm fit. After that briefing, set up paperwork, and then after that, you have to go sit and wait some more, and then you take your urine test. And I'm gonna tell you right now, drink water. Like, make sure you have something to drink the night before. I tried to get something to drink the night before, but the vending machine would not take my card. Why do vending machines even have, why? Like, what happened to cash? Why do they take credit cards? Like, that's stupid. It wouldn't even take my credit card. I honestly went to like 3 different floors, and they all were broken. And then the one floor where it did accept credit card didn't accept my credit card. Anyways, so that screwed me up the next day, and I couldn't, because when you take your urine test, like, you don't just go in the stall, close the door, and pee. Like, someone has to watch you. Someone had to watch me pee in the tub. So it was kind of nerve-wracking, so I couldn't really go to the bathroom. Like, I had to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't go to the bathroom. So I had to go, keep drinking water, fill myself up, and then eventually I did end up peeing, so yeah. And then also, when I went to go talk to the doctor, she was kind of mean. She was asking me questions, and then I gave her an answer, but it wasn't an answer that she wanted to hear, and then she kind of just like spat out on me. I was like, okay. After I talked to the doctor, I had to sit in another room. It's like a big room where they have like little curtains, like little cubbies where you have to get undressed to then go back and see the doctor. And then, well, at least with females, you have to strip down your clothes. Well, you have to, yeah, you have to strip. Okay, you have to take off your panties and your bra and all that, and they give you a gown, and they call you one by one. You go in, they check your parts down there, and then after that you're done. So you go in, they check for scoliosis, they check your feet, you do the duck walk, and then you do all these different types of exercises. Once you're done doing that exercise, you're done for the day as far as like the physical aspect goes. After you're done and do all your physical and stuff like that, you have to get cleared by the doctor. Once you're cleared by the doctor, you're done. You go wait, and then you start your like enlistment process. And then yeah, that was I think was the longest part of my day was that, because when I got back in and went to go see the sergeants in my office at the National Guard, for the National Guard at MEPS, like, I gave them my paperwork, and then they had to reserve my MOS for me. So once I went in there to get my MOS, it wouldn't go through. The computer was messed up. So of course when I go in, the computer's broken, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to go wait outside and watch Judge Mathis or whatever was on. It was horrible. So anyways, I'm waiting. I had to go see someone else for my security clearance, because my job requires a security clearance. And yeah, so once my MOS was cleared, like a good 2 hours later, I had to go and sign stuff. Everything's basically fingerprinted, because you go into MEPS to take your fingerprint, you use that to sign stuff, use it to get in, like everything. So I got in, and then I went over to operations. Went into operations, and I fingerprinted some more. Checked over my paperwork. You're going to check over your paperwork like 20 times, make sure everything's correct, your address is correct, your people's is correct, everything. So you go in, and then after that, I go in another room, had to take some more fingerprints for all my fingers, for both hands, and then after that, for my swearing. So I went and sat down, watched some CNN, and then they called me into the ceremony room, and I got sworn. We get a briefing first about what you have to do. For the first time, I knew how to stand at attention and how to use and stuff like that. So it's not difficult. It's common sense stuff. So you go in, everybody's placed there. There's probably about 8 of us in the room at the time. and there was all the representatives from each branch. We all swore it in. The National Guard people swore it in first because it was different from the rest. I think, yeah, it was different from the rest. It's different from the Army swearing because when you're in the National Guard, you're not just answering to the federal government, you're answering to your local government, to your state government. So, yeah. So yeah, that was my swearing process, and I filled out some more paperwork. And just, you know, just to let you guys know, when you do go into MEPS, well, if you're joining the National Guard, when you swear in, you swear in. That's it. Like, because I know with the Army, you swear in, I think maybe two or three times you have to swear in. Twice at MEPS, and I had read somewhere that you have to swear in again during reception at BT, but I'm not sure about that. Once you join the National Guard and you enlisted and you swore in, Uncle Sam got you. After that, you go to drill, and I will talk about that in the next video because I did have my first drill weekend. So yes. Thanks for watching. Again, I mean, if you guys have any questions or anything, please let me know. I'll put my email down there. You guys can email me. You guys can comment if you want to comment. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Well, yeah. I mean, don't subscribe if you want to subscribe. Definitely subscribe to my channel. And, yeah. I'm just looking for some support before I go. And while I'm there, too. So, thanks for watching my video.